Hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of The Inner Shift with me, Josée. And you know what? This is my first Inner Shift podcast, I guess. The reason why I want to call it The Inner Shift is because that's really what I feel has happened with me. It's not like a transformation, it's just a shift, like something's different on how I live my life and the things that I really am pursuing or believing in or prioritizing as well. But that also like kind of like what my focus is. And my whole focus is about having a better relationship with myself and knowing myself to the core to make sure that I feel like I'm fully living and that I'm being true to who I am. I've always had an interest in that, but more and more as I became a mom and a wife and just got so busy having so many different hats and different responsibilities, you forget who you are. So I won't I won't always put a podcast every week. I'm actually not going to even put it on a schedule. I want it to be more authentic. I want it to be like, wow, I really want to talk about this. And so I'm just going to press record and go. That is how I work. So I did have some notes because I don't want to forget certain parts of the conversation I want to bring to you today. Um, but I actually today, as I'm recording this, today's Friday, September 5th, it's actually 7 months since I've hopped on a scale. So 7 months since I've seen how much I weigh. And it's been incredible. I have never been able to do that in the past. So that's why I know that in order for me to actually go through this and to continue and to keep wanting to do it, there's a shift, there's something different inside of me. Okay. So I'm just gonna go and share all of the things that come up in my brain. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I'm gonna say. It's always just such a mystery. So there was only a couple questions, but I already know what you guys are wondering. Like I already know what you guys are curious about, and it's all about like what made you make this decision? Why, oh, sorry. Why are you doing this now? And one person say like, was this hard for you? Kind of like, was it not cold turkey, but was it um slowly happening? And for sure, it was slowly happening. This was not me reacting to something. It wasn't like this is going to solve something. It was like the next step for me. Okay. So before this moment, well, first of all, I have been on a journey of self-discovery, kind of self-awareness. I have been healing diet culture now for, I want to say, about a good 3 to 4 years. So, like, and it's been my focus. Like, you are healing diet culture. So, I had to, when you want to heal something or you want that to be your focus, you have that daily reminder and you keep taking opportunities to work on it. So, you're never perfect. You always, fall through the crack of saying something very diet culture-y or believing something that's very diet culture-y, but like you have to be so intentional when you're trying to heal a certain side of you or even some, inner damage, because that's what it takes. It takes intention. Like it won't just happen. And so every time I would like have a thought that I knew didn't serve my new focus of healing, I'd be like, where does that thought come from? Why are we, how could we not replace, but challenge that thought? And remember, that's not your focus anymore. Oh, wow. If you are watching me on YouTube, I just like spit. So, that had been happening for years, like years of me being like, I really want to heal that. And you might be like, that's very interesting because you also own a weight loss business. And I'm like, yes, I own a weight loss business. And I know that I can help people lose weight and keep it off in a way like no other place. Like I know that. And this is a part of that, you guys. Like you have to see it as a part of your weight loss. Your goal is to heal all of the bullshit and all of the things that were told to you about weight loss, about the importance of being a certain size or whatever, like that. Your goal is to heal all of that and be free from all of that, right? Like it's not just to be thinner. And I really hope so. And I want to pave the way and prove to you that that was always my intention in my personal life. It might not be yours. Your intention might just be to be thinner, but it was never mine. It was never all that it was about. Like when I lost my weight, there was a reason why I was fighting diets. Like, no, this is ridiculous. I am not going to do your stupid rules. This makes no sense to me. I want to, pursue my own way. I want to figure out how to do this without you telling me what to do. And I was not like an oppositional, I don't know if that's a word, child. Like I was a kid that follows the rules ish. But like when it came to this, it was like, no, like this makes no sense. I want to figure this out. And so I just kept that journey going. Like, to be honest, like it's always been like so interesting to me following my journey to being an overweight person and wanting nothing more to not be. Um, but also not just for the size purpose of not being. I didn't want to always be thinking about it. I didn't always want it to be a thing. And that was a lot of work. But here I fucking am, you guys. Like, wow. Uh, I knew that I knew closer to when I decided to stop weighing myself that it was coming because I was like, why am I weighing myself? Like if what I'm doing is exactly what I would like to be doing, what does it matter? What does it matter what I weigh? Ever. If I am like, I am so intentional with how I live my life, and I would never want to change the way I live my life because of the number. I want it to be more about like the way it feels, or I know that this is not how I want to behave. Like I want it to be behavior based. Like it's never about like, I need to change my behavior because I've gained 10 pounds. No, I want to shift my behaviors because my behaviors aren't who I am and they don't make me feel good. It doesn't matter if I gain weight or if I lose weight. Imagine that. And I just feel like that's really hard for us to even comprehend if you have been in a diet cycle your whole life. And some of you have not been on a diet your whole life, but your whole brain just thinks very diet culture. And so ultimately, like it's not something you can see if someone is very diet culture focused or not. It's not in the size of their body. Someone can be thin and very diet culture like belief system, and others can have a different look, a bigger body, and not have that. Okay. And so I think what we want is to not always be thinking about it and not always being like worried that we're going to gain the weight back. Actually, to the point where it's not even something that you like care about. You care more about how you live your life. And that is kind of where I was at. So I knew like this is like 1 year prior to deciding to do this. I started to just weigh myself when I felt like it and when I was curious. And ultimately, it was always to just check in. It was always to just check in. And if you were to ask me, like, I had a really good relationship with the scale. Like, I would have said, and I think anyone that really knows me would be like, oh yeah, this girl like is not phased by what she weighs or whatever. And I would have agreed with you 100%. I would have been like, it does not matter what I weigh. Like, it does not change what I eat. It does not change my behaviors. I am just living my life as I want to, and blah blah blah. But boy, was I wrong. Because once you take it away, then you're really alone. That's how I see it. When you weigh yourself, you're not really alone with how you want to do things. There is almost something always watching you and kind of reminding you. But when you decide to let that go, it's like, you really need to be confident and you really need to have your back and you need to check in a lot. And I knew I had the skills to do it. I knew I had the mindset to do it. You guys know that I've been working really hard on that. Like I am someone that's very intentional and like very connected to myself. So that's why I'm like, you can't get to that point without all that other work. Like you need to be doing some inner work, inner shift first. Like I have been doing inner work for like 2, 3 years, mindfulness and changing my perspective on like my worth and like, oh my God, like there's so much that has been done before I got to that one point of letting go of the scale. Okay. So Yeah, if you're wondering like who should be, doing this, I'll get to that at the end, who I recommend this to, but if you don't feel the way I feel, like you've just listened to me speak for I don't know how many minutes, if you're like I am not there, like I still have so much healing to do, you start there. Start healing your thoughts around your body and weight loss and like having a better relationship with weight loss, weight gain. The scale, the number, yourself, your life, all of it. Better relationship with all of that shit before you actually fully let go. Because when you let go of that scale, you are like marrying yourself. Like this is it. This is long-term commitment. You and you, me and me, Jose. Let's go. We got this. We got each other. We got our back. We don't need someone to tell us how much we weigh. We got this. And so a lot of you do not have your back. A lot of you do not have a good relationship with yourself. A lot of you do not feel self-love. And I've worked so hard on my self-love, and I know you know that. But if ever someone's listening, is like, who the fuck is this girl? Um, yeah, there's a lot of work that had been done. So why February 5th is because I was talking to my friend Tom, and he just mentioned something that was not related to me getting weighed at all. And he just said, like, oh, I'm free from that. We were talking about something, and he's like, oh, I don't check that. I'm free from that. And it just like, it was not a slap in the face, but almost like like, what? He's free from that? Like, and I'm like, oh, something that I'd like to be free from, or that I know I'm ready to be free from. And I do not, and I want to live that experience is the scale. Like, not knowing is freedom. In my heart, it's freedom. It's the freedom I've always wanted, not knowing and just living my life and knowing that that's enough and not afraid and fully confident in my ability to show up for me. And I knew I was there. And so the next day, I made that decision. I'm like, I am not getting on the scale anymore. And I said to myself, you can get on whenever you want. You have access. Like I live in abundance. But you need to come up with a darn good reason to convince yourself to get on that you need to know today for some odd reason. And let me tell you that it was harder than expected. Of course, the first few days, it's fine because I didn't used to weigh myself every day. So, like, it was just normal. But it was like 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. And I was like, oh man, I'm curious. I'm curious. And it was like, it's fine that you're curious. Curious about what? And I'm like, the number. And I was talking to myself, me to me. And I was like, okay, so why do you want the number? And it was just, well, I want to make sure I'm good. I want to make sure I'm good. And then I looked at myself and I'm like, Jose, you're good. You're good. You know you're good. Look at you. You're good. We're good, girl. You do not need that tool to tell you that you're good. Feel good. You know you feel good. You know you like how you're showing up lately. So that's it. That's enough of a check-in. You don't need more. And so that became my inner language every time because I have not been able to figure out a reason why to weigh myself other than I just want to make sure I'm good. And so, listen, the things that have happened, uh, and here's the thing. Okay, wait. Oh my God, it's so much. I wanted a deeper sense of self. That's where I'm at. So not only am I there with my dying, healing diet culture, I wanted a deeper sense of self. And what I mean by that is I was no longer, before I started this, and this is who I say it's for. You are no longer interested in weight loss. Weight loss is not something you want. And that's where I was anymore. I was not interested in chasing weight loss or caring about that. I was also not afraid of weight gain. I'm not afraid of it. I control it. It's mine to choose. Um, and for me, it's all that mattered was that I was happy in my life. If I am living a life where I feel fully excited about it and fully just present and intentional, that was my focus. It does not matter what you weigh then. And what I realized at the beginning is that, of not weighing myself is that, well, the scale definitely had an impact on my choices because not knowing was like, okay, wait, I don't know how much I weigh, so I actually need to make the decision right now. Do you see it? Because if I weighed myself in the morning and it was quote unquote a good number, that would help me decide what was happening for supper, what, you know what I mean? And now it was just what I wanted was gonna decide. Think about that. It's a little bit fucked up at the beginning because I was like, okay, like, what do you want, Josie? Like, do you want the extra large ice cream right now, or do you want the small? It doesn't matter what you weighed this morning because you don't know. So just what do you want? And it just made me really connect to feeling good and making sure I make decisions that like really are what I want and they have nothing to do with what I weigh. And I feel like that was just the most powerful, the most liberating feeling out of all of this. The next piece I want to share with you. So that was like, whoa, like I am actually making decisions for me. I want to read to you a little bit of my diary here. Are you ready? I'm not sure if you're ready. The day I the day I reached 1 month with no scale, and I might get emotional, but that's just how I am, okay? March 5th, 2025, the longest I've ever been without knowing what I weigh. I really didn't get on. The first week, I thought about it at least twice a day. Now I think about it less. I've allowed myself to get on when I want, but I realize I don't have a really good reason for it. I just want to know if I'm doing good. There's nothing wrong with that. However, this would go against my current focus to be completely free of any pressure or importance on what the scale has to say. I am 100% in control of what I do with 0% pressure coming from what I weigh. As much as a lot of people say that what they weigh doesn't matter or impact their behaviors, why would we then weigh ourselves? And I just want to stop there. If we really like, if we're like, no, it has no impact, then why would you do it? It obviously has an impact. You want to know, like it does. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is me saying it does not have an impact because I have spent 7 months making choices that are not impacted or pressured by what I weigh. And it's just been incredible. Not that getting on the scale is bad. I simply want to do what I want to do while connecting to my standards on how I want to live my life, how I feel when I look in the mirror, and how I feel in my skin. I want a 3D experience, look plus feel plus life. The number no longer means anything to me. I want to really not care what I weigh for real. Today, I want to say in 11 months that I have not weighed myself for 1 full year, yet stayed the same and connected. Let's see. I'm proud of you, Josie. So that was my 1 month message to myself because I just like had so many thoughts. Now, during that time, I did go on vacation, and I want to talk about that and how freeing that was. Not going on vacation with a number was half part scary, but half part so fucking incredible. Like putting on a bikini and not knowing, well, before you left, you weighed 150. You're probably 154 right now. Ah, that's bad. Oh no, that's close to 156. Oh, 160. There was nothing. I don't know. All I know is I'm putting on a bathing suit. I'm in the most beautiful spot in the world, and I look incredible according to what I see with my eyes. And if I felt bloated, it's because of what I ate the day before. And that day I would make different decisions because I just didn't feel good. And it had nothing to do with what I weighed. And it was just incredible. Okay. I want to read what I said on my 2nd month anniversary. As I reach 2 months of no weigh ins, I'm thinking about how I'd love to help more women live like this. It's the emotional energy I have gained. Like I can't even tell you like how much like yes, it might be more like I need to be more thoughtful about like not thoughtful, intentional. But like I was always an intentional person and now I just don't have the pressure of a decision being about what I weigh, like or what I look like. Like it's like I've like liberated myself from all that shit and it's just been incredible, okay? I have gained by no longer weighing myself. I consider myself someone with an amazing relationship with how much I weigh and my body. Yet I'm recognizing all the benefits that are coming from not knowing how much I weigh. It's like I have more space in my brain and in my day to create instead of respond. I feel like I'm creating my life and not responding to what the scale says. So for me, like this has just been amazing. Every choice I make has nothing to do with how much I weigh. It's quite liberating. When I make a choice to eat something or not, it is rarely it's solely because of my choice and not a response to what the scale has been saying. So do you see why this was very sexy to me? And that's where I was in my life. Like it was just I really wanted to live this experience. I'm so attracted to this way of living now. I actually crave more time without the scale. I was craving by that time, 2 months in, I was like craving more time. However, okay, I had a thought in the shower and I wrote it down. And it's called If I Weighed Myself Right Now. If I weighed myself right now, oh, my kid is calling me. Like, why are you calling me? Um, my goodness, I'm so sorry. What's up? I can't talk. Um, if I weighed myself right now, I'd be more negative and conscious of my body. I just know it because I don't know. It's like I can't have thoughts other than, do I like how I feel? Yes. Do I like how I live my life? Yes. Do I like how I look? Yes. How do my clothes fit? Fine. How do I feel in my skin? Great. But I knew if I weighed myself that I would have different thoughts. I would have more negative thoughts about my body because there's like a number attached to it. Isn't that insane? Yet somehow I know that if I got on the scale and it told me 154, I would feel completely different about my body. Isn't that crazy? Crazy to think how much my number plays a role on how you feel about yourself. Okay, I'm not going to read my diary for everything, but this is what's up. Like I did one for when I hit 100 days. It's just I've been really thinking about how it's going. And I have been writing less, which is good. My daughter just answered me. I said, "What's up? I can't talk." She goes, "Ben, don't talk then." Oh my God, I'm texting you. I'm doing a podcast. Guys, this is good. She's at school right now. So like, do you need me to go get you? What's happening? Okay, so I haven't done one since June 5th at 4 months. Uh, so that was the 6 month. Yeah. So I will do one at 7 months for sure. Like just like, but I am so like it's crazy how it got like at the beginning was intense. I had so many thoughts and so many worries. But as time is passing on, what's happening? Confidence. That's what's happening. Experience allows you to be more confident. Okay. So for me, it's like it just allows me to be more confident because I see that I'm doing it. I can do this. But at the beginning, it was like, oh my God, what if I gain a lot of weight? Or like, what's happening? I'm not sure. And I'm like, Josée, things are good. Like, things are good. You're good. Like, I needed to like pep talk myself a lot. Now, one thing that I want to share that happened was body checking. So I started to body check way too much. And I still do it and I'm trying to do less of it. So body checking was all I had left. Was like, is this good? Is this the amount of fat that was there before? Am I fine? And so I was like, I don't want to body check every day. I want to put on clothes and leave my house. I don't want it to be about my body and what it looks like. I want to be about what I'm doing and my life that I'm living. Okay. So that was something that I'm still working on. Oh my God, I'm getting an audio of 27 seconds.
So, je sais pas si tu venir nous chercher because on n'a pas assez de temps. Honestly, je sais pas quelle heure il est podcast. But nous deux, c'est pas ça met son temps.
Oh my God. Um, okay, so next thing on my list. Oh my God, it's not stopping. Guys, this is real life. This is real life of being a mom. I'm not this like 22-year-old that's like in her cute little office and doing a podcast. This is me. Okay, hi. So, who do I recommend this to? Well, listen, you've just listened to me. Do you connect with where I was before I did this? Do not do this for the results I got. because if you weren't where I was before, you will not get the results I got. So we need to get you where I was before I did this. Okay. If you want this freedom, you need to free yourself from other things before. Okay. So for me, it like, first of all, you need to no longer want weight loss. And you're willing to say that. I don't care about weight loss. I don't want to lose weight. It is not my focus at all, ever. Like, I'm done. Okay. That had been years of me no longer focusing on weight loss. You need to also be okay to gain weight. That weight gain is okay. Doesn't matter. You're pursuing an amazing life. You're pursuing freedom from all that. Like you are confident that your physical health will not be in jeopardy just because you're not getting on a scale. Okay? You have a really good relationship with yourself and the scale already, and you know that you're there. Like you keep saying that it doesn't have an impact because you don't really care about it. Well, you're there. Like you want this experience. Like you want this. Okay. So I'm definitely not recommending it to anyone with a checklist. It's you need to be at a certain place where this is exactly where you're at and you want this. Okay. Um, the challenges have just been at the beginning, to be honest. And now I just continue and it's like 7 months in. Things are the same. Maybe there's a few pair of pants that are a little tighter, but I don't care at all. I feel good. There are certain weeks where I feel better than others, and I know why. It's because of choices in lifestyle, and so I make changes and decisions. The benefits have just been the benefits have just been like everything. Like let's say just better mood because I'm never bothered by what the scale has to say. And I know I was. So it's like it didn't change my behaviors, but then it did because your mood is different. And you're like, oh, blah, 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 like I thought it was going to be this. And like I wasn't even that person. Like I was very much chill about it. And still, this was incredible. The benefits are less stress about it and just you're really more focused on your life. Again, the outcome has not been weight loss. So you got to be like that's not what you want anymore. Okay? You're shifting the whole thing. You want total freedom from all of that. Okay, yeah. So ultimately, this is it. I am excited to continue. It's way less hard. And I think that's why I didn't write for the past 3 months because it was summer and I just lived my best summer life. And right now, this is me. My way of writing is this. I'm way less tempted to weigh myself. I actually don't think about it anymore. It's like such a habit to not to. My life is just so a habit right now and I don't need to know how much I weigh to make decisions every day. I'm not curious about it anymore. So there is that part that's been quite incredible right now is that I don't crave it. So it's like I got rid of the craving. Um, so that's what's up. That is what's happening with me. And I am just so proud of myself. And the goal is to die one day and be like, I don't know how much I weigh. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I've just put so much emphasis on that for my weight loss journey because it's a part when you want to lose weight, you need to know how much you weigh so that we can see if it's going down or not, so that you can make choices regarding what kind of life you want or not. Um, and I know the value of it when you're on a weight loss journey. I do. I do. But my goal for you would be to lose that weight. And once you hit a spot in your life where you just love the way you live your life and it's not moving anymore, like my weight had not been moving for years, 4 years. I was like, Josée, you don't need it. You don't need to see it. Do you really think you're gonna like lose your shit and all of a sudden not care? Like, and so I needed to have so much confidence in my ability to keep showing up, even if it wasn't a part of the result, right? Um, and again, it's been incredible. Thank you so much for listening. I feel like I talked a very long time. Um, I hope that you enjoy. I mean, this is okay. I would say that this is a product or a result of my inner shift. Um, But I'd love to talk more about alignment. I'd love to talk more about um, mindfulness, a bit more of my shift there because that is needed to do what I just shared with you. Okay. So, but I know that this is a good one and a good conversation that you guys were curious about. And again, the first approach would be if you're obsessive about the scale, it would be I'm just going to get weighed when I am curious without any judgment. And that'll be maybe every second day, once a week, whatever. But there's no like, there's nothing to do with it. Like it's just is. And then trying to just create a better relationship with the scale, with weight loss, with weight gain, with yourself. Like it's all part of it. And you need to really want to heal all of those very social or societal pressures around always chasing better, always wanting more. Like you're just really wanting to connect to your inner self. All right, team. Okay, until next time. Bye.